So episode 3 of Athlete POV, we're sitting down with Brylan Lanier, Alabama cornerback. He's actually from Tuscaloosa, Alabama himself. He went to Paul Bryant High School. Right. Paul Bryant was a coach at Alabama back in the day. We're excited to have him on. We're excited to hear what he has to say, and let's get into it. So I want to know about your recruiting process. So I saw you were at Georgia State for a little bit, and then you transferred to Alabama. What was the explanation behind that?
Coming out of high school, I had up to 18 offers. Right before I signed, I found out I had a child.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so that affected the distance parts. I was thinking about like Tulane, Nebraska, but I committed to Georgia State. I had a good relationship with the coaches too there. So that was like my top 3. So I ended up signing Georgia State because they was closer.
Right,
right. So I went there for, I think, like 3 weeks.
Oh.
And I came home the day my child was born, and my coach at Georgia State told me to take a week off. So I took that week off. When I took that week off, I had ended up texting. I was like, I think I'm getting the portal on. I still want to be down here with my child. So I reached out to a couple coaches, which I was already kind of talking to Alabama coaches because they wanted me to wait till late signing day, February, but I didn't want to wait.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
miss out on the opportunity.
Right,
so
right.
I went ahead and signed in December. So when I talked to them and told them I was in the portal, they was like, they would give me a preferred walk-on and told me I could earn a scholarship.
Right,
so
I saw that, yeah.
Now.
That's a pretty interesting path. Not a lot of people are in your situation. I think you handled it pretty well. I mean, look at you now, playing for a playoff. Sure. So I want to go through like some training stuff because obviously it took a lot to get to where you are now. Throughout high school, throughout like before high school, what was like some training stuff that you basically focused on the most? How was your routine? Is there certain things you did every day? Like, could you just go into that?
I think I really took training serious my 11th grade year. Like, I ain't gonna lie, freshman and sophomore year, you just playing football. You're not really looking, you're not really trying to do the extra work.
Okay, yeah.
But my 11th grade year, when I started receiving offers, I started, COVID came around my 11th grade year.
Right.
So during that time, when we had school, we had online school. So I wake up every morning, go to the sand pit. I got a trainer called Dunny Lee. It's called the lab down here. He got a facility now. He would train me every day. So big shout out to him. He got me where I'm at. And my high school coach, he actually used to. I used to go up there where he stayed. I trained sometimes with him, or we'll just go to the field. So yeah, he looked out for me too. So yeah, just really working hard every day. A lot. I ain't gonna lie. Like 11th grade year, leading up to 12th grade year, I worked so hard. So yeah, I feel like I earned it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it paid off so far, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Did that continued probably into 12th grade too, right? I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah. Ever since then.
It became normal then.
Once you do stuff so many times, it just becomes consistent and normal. So yeah, that's a great, not a lot of people do that, especially athletes. Like you look at all the successful athletes that are probably your teammates, other teams you play. Right. Everyone's the best in their high school. Everyone does that same thing. And kids that, are trying to get to where you are or trying to get offers, this is just something they can practice in their everyday life, training every day, couple hours, same place, same time, consistency.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Oh, okay. So now at Alabama, what does like a normal day look like for you? Because I know Alabama, it's like really a top 5 school for like college football. Like I know everyone is gunning to know, like, what's a day in the life for an Alabama football player?
All right, so classes, your last class got to be before 12 p.m. Okay. So from 1:30 to 6 o'clock, you at the facility. From 1:30 to around like 3:30, you doing meetings, you watching film, you taking notes, coach saving on. You come in every day, you got a playbook, maybe like around 30 different plays, and you looking at every day. You got to take notes. He critiquing your film, like every player, like no matter if you third string, second string, first string, he critiquing you.
Right. I bet. Yeah.
Coach, so yeah, and then from 3:30 to 6, we practicing, and practice is like it's way harder than the game. It's consistent reps. It's you running everywhere. Like we grind to be the best. Like no lie, coming from Georgia State to Alabama, I can see that like it's a big difference.
I bet. There's a reason why Alabama is playing for the Natty every year,
Exactly.
And I'm sure you're realizing that in like the first person point of view right now.
Right.
So that also brings me to this. Is Saban really like that guy the media portrays him to be? Like, is he really like hard nosed like that guy?
So Saban, like Coach Saban, he really like, he's like a mentor. He really cares. So he's passionate. So once you get up under him, like you understand, like he's not mean. He not a butthole. He just cares. He very passionate.
Right. Okay.
So you'll begin to respect it once you actually get to know him.
Right.
He just care about you.
I'm getting at his big things like constructive criticism, like yelling at you, but he's only doing it because he cares. Right.
Exactly.
And that's probably what makes a really good coach, you know?
Exactly.
Let's see. So I'm also looking at, I see you make music. How'd that start? And what's that about? Go into it.
All right. So with the music thing, so I got a lot of family members that actually do music. And so we had a studio in my neighborhood. My stepmom actually is a gospel singer.
There you go.
She retired.
There you go.
Yeah, so like we used to have a studio in our house, and I used to be interested in it. So I actually took a class for studio in my 11th grade year. So I got my own little computer, my own little mic, and I learned how to record. And I used to record my brother's songs and mix it for him. And then I just started, to make music.
That's real
cool.
Playing
around with it for real.
Not a lot of people do music and also do sports. I mean, there's some like big name, like I see Le'Veon Bell, Damian Lillard play out songs like that. Is that something like you're trying to be like have sports and then I don't know if you like release songs now, but like in the off season you focus on that. Is it like conjoined at all?
Nah, see, I really just I got a lot of teammates. We go in our little dorms. We record songs. It's just something to do to have fun. But I would take it serious. Like it's because I feel like I'm good at it. So, but for the most part, I'm a football player.
I got you. Yeah.
They can do music.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, you get to the league, then you start doing other stuff. That's understandable. Makes sense, man. So I see you're a freshman, right? You just got to Alabama this past summer. What does like the depth chart look like in the future for you?
When I first got there, I think I was like with the fours, and I was on scout team. I've been working my way up.
Right. We
got a couple guys down. Now I'm with the threes and the twos. Like I'm on special teams, so
it's where it starts.
It's looking good for him. I just got to keep working.
Of course, it's all about consistency, man. Like even with Athletic Minds, the account, posting every day consistently reaching out to people. It's everything, anything you want to be good at, man. It's all consistency and doing the same things the right way over and over. And I'm sure with football, like I actually played football in high school. Wasn't that good, but I picked up on digital media stuff and I've just been at it ever since with like the same effort as like, say someone committed to football would do. You know what I mean? So consistency, I think, is the big thing.
Exactly.
So I got to ask, what's it like on campus leading up to the playoff? Is like everyone around you like in your ear, sort of?
Well, actually right now, it's Christmas break, so ain't nobody really on campus. So
man. Dry. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, when people there, it's crazy. The campus is loud though.
At like all the time?
All the time, like at all times, just lit.
That makes sense. I mean, Alabama, man, it's the program, right? Like, like, did part of your reason for going out to Alabama being it like have the reputation of Alabama? Was that part of it?
Right. Yeah. I've been a Bama fan, so I always wanted to, keep that going.
Yeah.
I know the fam want to cheer for Bama for sure, so I made it happen for them.
Cool. Yeah. I noticed like your older brother, I think, was an athlete too, right?
Right.
Yeah. Where was he at Alabama? I think I saw something, right? Yeah.
He was at Bama. He transferred to Jackson State for his last year.
Oh, Jackson State. That's what Dion. Yeah, they just got that number one recruit guy for the DB. What do you think? What do you think about that? What's your thoughts?
I actually think that's a great move. Like, because I kind of feel what Dion's saying. Like, if a Power 5 can get him, why can't the HBCU get him? So
why not, man?
So, that's a good choice for him.
Speaking of like a lot of things, it's all about mentors, really, like entrepreneurship, sports. So if you can learn from literally the best of the best, I don't see why that's a bad move at all, you know? I don't care if you're the number one kid or ESPN 300 kid. Like, if you're number one, or it doesn't matter. If you learn from the best, I think you're set up good. Right. So now another thing, this kind of goes with training. Are there certain, like, athletic minds, we focus on like nutrition, fitness, motivating, right? So in this aspect of nutrition, is there like certain foods you eat that like, is it really like a staple to your diet that like keeps you in shape and like gets you going?
Right. So, like you weigh in every day, and depending on your weight, you can eat certain foods.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, if you overweight, you got to eat healthy, like, or, healthier food. If you underweight, they're going to try to get you more food. So
that makes sense, yeah.
And all the food really be healthy. It be cooked,
I bet, yeah. At your school, I'm sure it's top notch, right? Especially for the athletes. You probably have like a bar full of like stuff before and after. Yeah, you got it set up. What are like some of the foods you eat a lot?
I ain't gonna lie, we eat like different stuff every day, and it's multiple selections. Like yesterday, I think we had burgers, wings, catfish.
Oh,
like all type of like whatever you might be feeling that day, it's gonna be there.
Are you a seafood fan at all?
What'd you say?
Are you a seafood fan?
Oh yeah, I love seafood.
Yeah, man.
That's my favorite. Like,
seafood is my favorite too.
I'm definitely getting seafood.
Ever have like crab legs?
Yeah, we be having the king crab.
The school has it. The school has them.
Yeah, fact. They bring them in there.
Oh man, you guys haven't made there. Wow, that's like my favorite. We just had that for my brother's birthday. We had it at home. We made them, but top. That's like top 5 for me.
Exactly. Me too.
Man, let's see. I wanted to ask you. You were going about music, how you make your own, but like for a pregame and say you're trained in the gym or something. What type of music do you listen to?
Lil Durk.
Lil Durk.
It's my favorite rapper. I ain't gonna lie, I listen to Lil Durk and Lil Baby. That's it.
That was my next question, the top artist. But now next, do you have a different training? Do you have like a playlist for like training pregame, or is it all the same stuff and depending on how you're feeling?
I usually listen to the same stuff. I listen to a little bit of Lil Durk, Lil Baby, and then I listen to some of my own music too.
Oh, I got it. Because I'm when you make your own music, everything is from you. So it comes from you, like your inspiration, like past stuff from your life, like what inspires you, and like you put it into sound and make your own creative portfolio. Right. I mean, it's all that's you. If you think about it, right? Yeah. So I mean, I don't make music, but I'm sure someone that does takes really big like pride in what they put out there, or like anything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We're going on about 15 minutes here. Another thing Athletic Minds is really about is shedding light on athletes' mental health. So we ask everybody this that I talk to. If you could say one piece of advice out there to any athlete struggling with mental health issues, would you have any advice for them?
Yeah, I say just like it's okay to take a break from sports sometimes. Like if you got an off time, you don't gotta pick up no ball, no nothing. Just focus on you, chill with the fam. Like I think that's healthy. I think that's what becomes unhealthy when you think about it too much, or when it's always about sports.
Right.
Try to keep God first always, for sure.
Definitely, man. You find I don't want to talk too much about God because everybody is different, but with taking a break, man, constructive breaks are so important, especially like even if you're not even doing sports, like working at something. Like you can't work every day 12 hours and expect to be happy, you know? Constructive breaks are so important, and that goes with anything sports. You see it all the time. You don't see it all the time, but recently, I mean, you saw Calvin Ridley this past year take a break, non-injury. Perfect example of what I think a lot of athletes are going through. And I think more and more as it becomes normalized, and because an athlete stereotype with mental health is straightforward, driven, like be hard-nosed, like, but no, everyone is like I don't want it to sound like cliche, but everyone has feelings. And
exactly,
everyone has to take that step back and really evaluate where they are. And if they got to be happy. You can't be miserable and expect to be like make it out, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what are you gonna win? You winning next weekend?
Oh yeah, we winning for sure. Without a doubt.
Yeah,
we had a great practice, like even coach said, like this is one of our best weeks of practice all year. We've been locked in, we've been focused. Like we actually like got done a little earlier today because we were so locked in. We finishing periods faster than normal. Like
right.
Yeah,
it's all about energy with practice. All about energy, especially with defense. I bet, right? Exactly. I bet. Do you guys have like a coach that's like, I don't know what they call it, but like the energy type of guy?
To hype us up?
Yeah. Is there some?
Our workout coach, after workouts, he always got like a speech. Like the speech be so hype, you ready to play.
Man.
As soon as you leave there.
That stuff like radiates energy, and it's contagious, really. Because I remember when I was in high school, we had our defensive coordinator constantly like screaming at us, like motivating. We'd play like he'd play like a different video every Thursday night before the games on Friday to like get us in the mind, and then pasta party after that was pretty nice too. But yeah, I just thought of this. What's it like having Bryce Singer on your team, the Heisman winner?
It was great. Then I was I was on the scout team at first, so I used to work with him every day. And he a cool dude. He humble. He a good player too. He a funny guy.
I bet.
It was a nice experience for sure.
Yeah, and he'll be back next year too, right? Because he's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's you'll build up there and make each other better. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, so what are your thoughts about like they put a non-Power 5 Cincinnati in the playoff? How does that work for you? What do you think about that?
I think them boys like they did their thing. They got after it this year, like watching film. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. So I think they earned it. But I think we earned the dub. It's gonna come up too.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't see how you can't put a 13-0 team in the playoff that beat a team like Notre Dame, you know?
Right.
But then you guys, like before the conference championship week, you guys were 3, beat Georgia, but Michigan number 2, they also won convincingly over Iowa, and then you guys jumped Michigan. Do you think like you deserve number 1, or do you think Michigan actually wanted that or deserved that?
I think we definitely deserved it because, first of all, our schedule is way tougher than Michigan's, SEC. And then we beat Georgia, which
number 1 team, yeah. Yeah. Georgia's defense didn't give up, like, I think more than, like, I don't know the exact number, but it couldn't have been more than 20 points all year. And then you put, like, 41 on them.
It was actually less than 20 points. I think it was, like, maybe, like, 10.
But they didn't play anybody, right?
Right.
Yeah. But then you put 41 on them. So, like, I guess you kind of deserve that over them. But either way, in the playoff, I'm excited to watch it. I'm not gonna be there, obviously, but I'll be watching on TV New Year's Eve.
Sure.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me on Athletic Minds. And Brylan Lanier, Alabama cornerback, I want to say thank you for coming on, and I wish you the best, man. Good luck next weekend.
Appreciate that for sure.
Yeah.